Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Why I am bullish on silver for 2021. Let's explore. Silver. It has been on quite a journey for the past year. You know, we saw silver go below $12 an ounce back in March and get as high as almost $30 an ounce as the months drew on through the pandemic, which is not over yet. And I believe that is one reason why I believe we're going to see silver rise in 2021. 2021 for silver, I believe, will be the year of the bull in more ways than one, for sure. Now, most of you understand that I do tend to keep a balanced view on silver, and so my predictions for silver and where the prices will be, I will hold for a separate video, because I want to just talk about why I believe the prices will rise. Reasonable people can disagree or agree on where the price will be in the coming year. But make no mistake, it is my view that it will go up and not down in 2021. And I'm going to give you several factors and reasons why I believe that's the case. You probably have already heard me talk about them, and because I've been making my feelings known about this for probably the last few months here. But I believe that no matter what happens economically, I believe silver will rise. It is an unusual statement to make, but we do live in unusual times. Now, make no mistake, even though I do feel it will rise, I'm talking about overall, through the course of the year. We will see prices end up higher than they are now through the course of the year. Will we experience dips in the price of silver? Yes, we will. But I believe that the fundamentals for silver are strong for a number of reasons. And really it boils down to silver's role. Silver's role is very special compared to gold or even other precious metals out there. It is very much a commodity. And the markets have recognized silver as a commodity more so in the past 5 years than they have recognized it as a monetary metal. And I believe that is why we've seen the ratio from gold to silver widen as expansive as it has been. As of the recording of this video, it is barely above 70-1. When most of us who have been keeping track of this metal for long enough, we have know that is an unusually high number. During the times of the pandemic, when we saw gold shoot up and break the nominal record in price, we saw the ratio widen to over 125-1. Now we are back in what is now the new normal territory for silver to gold ratio. And some may be screaming at their monitors right now and their screens, wondering, well, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't just base it off the ratio. But I do believe it's important to understand and to use that as a metric as to how silver is viewed in the market. Because in the past, silver would react with gold on its way up and its way down. But make no mistake, that volatility has expanded the ratio quite a bit in favor of gold and not in favor of silver. And that is because the market views silver more so these days as a commodity. Now, we do understand silver as a monetary metal, and that aspect of it, I think, could shine in 2021 as gold continues to rise. We will see silver rise probably even more, hence narrowing the ratio. There are certain periods of time, and even recently here, where we have seen the silver to gold ratio narrow because we've seen silver rise faster than gold. And that is because people are understanding that, in a sense, as a monetary metal, it is undervalued. But as a commodity, it is not, at least right now. But that could change in 2021, and this is why I am bullish on silver. Because I believe that in 2021, we are going to see silver start to be recognized as a commodity, as an investment strategy for some, and for those of us who accumulate the metal, understanding that as it is an insurance policy against economic instability, we will accumulate it as a hedge. But there will be opportunities, I believe, in silver in the coming year, and for that very reason, because as we start to move more towards green technologies, which I believe would have happened in the open and free market regardless, as it has been for the last 10 years or so, especially with photovoltaics, we will continue to see that. Now, obviously, under a new administration, we will definitely see, I believe, an accelerated move into the green technologies and the like, and we'll see demand for silver grow all the more in that area. But it is also growing because of the expanse in diversity and uses that silver provides. This is another reason why I am bullish for silver. If the economy does recover, as some hope, then we will see an increased demand for silver in all aspects in industry, technology, science, and the biomedical fields. And if the economy continues to wane and suffer, then I believe we will see demand for silver in terms of as a hedge, or, quote, investment, as some people call it. Either way, it's a catch-22 of goodness for the silver price over the next year, in my opinion. Now, stranger things have happened. I could very much be wrong on this. In fact, I've been criticized many times on this channel for being anti or against silver or talking down silver. That has never been my intention. However, I do feel the need to be realistic about silver. And that is something that is paramount. It is a disservice to you and to me to be otherwise. We should always be realistic about where we put our money on either assets, or investments, or what have you. The promise of silver is in and of itself as a hedge against economic instability, but also as a commodity. Silver is seen as a commodity, and that is something that I believe will not change no matter what happens. But I believe that we can see the price movement based off of its monetary aspect, as well as it being an asset class in relation to economic or technology and commodity type drivers in that realm. And I believe that we are moving in a course in the world and as a country to where our dollar is losing value with each passing month now, as opposed to each passing year. It's just not fully manifest itself yet. But with quantitative easing to infinity, with the digitization of our dollar, a potential great reset that has been talked about time and time and again, I believe that confidence in the dollar is waning by not only Americans, but by also other nations around the world. Even though it is the top world reserve currency, I believe that is going to play a factor. So that even if silver is seen as a commodity, like any other commodity, it will become more expensive against an ever-decreasing measure of the dollar's value against other currencies, or even as such, just in general. How long will fiat designation maintain its edge with the dollar? We just don't know. Every time they do stimulus or relief packages and send us checks in the mail and send corporations multiple billions of dollars out of thin air, every time the Federal Reserve gains more power and does more to try to, quote, fix the economy, unquote, well, that does not bode well for the dollar and can only do well for assets like gold and silver. Monetary metals, they both are, and I believe they will do nothing but rise in the coming year because of what we have been seeing. Now, it may not be an explosive rise, which is why I'm not giving a number, at least in this video, because I want this video to stand on its own for the fact that I believe it will rise, and I don't want to be held to any particular number. But I think you will find if I were to put a number to it, it's not going to be some crazy, outlandish figure. As we do start to see the numbers go up for gold and silver, it is incumbent for us to be realistic as well. And we find too often people put out crazy figures for what they think or what they pretty much almost guarantee in many cases where silver or gold will go. But I believe that everything is in place now to see a rise for silver in the coming year. And as gold goes up, silver tends to go up even more. Hence, the ratio will narrow. And I also believe the ratio will narrow between gold and silver as well. And so that is why I am bullish for the metal in 2021. Will I buy more? Perhaps. My focus has really been on gold. But I would caution anybody to not buy any asset class or anything at all in regards to trying to invest or to hedge without fully understanding that which you are investing your money. And that is paramount. And so as you watch this video, and maybe this video you will watch later on in 2021, do not make any decisions based off of this video and without doing your due diligence and research. There's a lot of different factors that I have explained in here that are based off of what I believe is understandable and common knowledge and what is going to be going on in the coming year. But some of that may not necessarily translate at any particular point in time in the following year. But nonetheless, we have it, and we will. It is certainly incumbent upon us to do our due diligence. And having any precious metals in our portfolio, I think, is a good thing. And but only invest that which you can afford and that which you understand. Silver is a beautiful metal, and it is a metal that will continue to astound us, and it is a metal that will continue to confound us. And so with that spirit, 2021 is right around the corner, and silver, I believe, is about to shine even more, and it will come out of the shadows. To what extent that will be is anyone's guess, and we'll only find out when it arrives. And but the most important thing to take away from this video is, in that hope that we will see it, is to be realistic about where things are, and to never spend more than you are willing to part with without understanding some level of risk. And believe it or not, there is risk in precious metals to a degree in terms of the price movement from day to day, month to month, even maybe even year to year. Understand it's a long-term proposition to where you're really going to see any return on your investment, so to speak. And what is that return on investment? It's about preservation of wealth, meaning that it's really not an investment other than just the investment in your financial security. And that is something to be certainly considered and appreciated as we move into the next year. Silver. I am bullish on the metal for 2021. What are you? How are you bullish? Or are you pessimistic on silver in 2021? Post your thoughts below. I welcome all viewpoints on this subject, and fully support your expression of ideas in the comment section below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and wish you a very happy and joyous 2021. And I want to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.